Today's poem is my poem, David's Magic, which is taken from my book of poetry, The Dreamer and the Dream, which was published in 2015, and I hope you like what you hear. There once was a little boy called David, who grew up in a small village in the middle of the great forests and the green fields of the English countryside, who was the best son any father and mother could ever ask for, who was always laughing, joking, smiling, and had the most imaginative, amazing and unburdened mind, who loved his family so much, and who felt so lucky to have the loving family he had, and the happiest of lives. David's enthusiasm for life extended in every direction, and his passion for things and for people's well-being was one of great depth. David's natural caring nature was amazing to behold, and his energy was like the locomotives that he loved and looked at in awe, unstoppable. But David was never one to be seen out of breath. On a weekend morning, as the sun was rising over the nearby Chelmsley woods, David could be seen riding his bike with his basket on the front, delivering loaves of freshly baked bread from the local bakery to the houses of his home village, come rain or shine. David was well known to all who lived in this idyllic English hamlet, where you literally did not have to at any time think about locking any of the doors of your house. But David was so trusting and trusted by all who knew him. Anybody who you might ask to describe David in one sentence would most likely use the same 4 words in the same order: one of a kind. David loved trains. David adored planes. David bred racing pigeons in his backyard. David liked helping both his mum and his dad and anybody in need. And if he truly wanted something, he wasn't afraid to put every effort into attaining what he wanted by working hard. David was smart. David was handsome and charming. David was exceptionally gifted at art. David was a phenomenal ornithologist, and he could identify any bird in any tree or in any bush simply from hearing 2 seconds of their calling. David was a self-taught boy and young man, and he learned things at lightning speed, and he had to learn how to cope with everything that life can throw at a person from a young age. David lost his parents when he was still a boy, but even to this day, he has never thought that tragedy and loss should ever be thought of as a lasting cage. David was a boy who treasured life, and who was always seizing every moment and making the most of every second. David was a popular boy who had lots of friends, and when possible, he was always having fun. Whether he was helping someone, putting together and painting air-fixed models of airplanes, or making something amazing out of wood, there was always the opinion of David that if anything could be done, then David could, and David most definitely would. As David grew up, he would see, hear and do things and go places many of us would never contemplate and can't imagine. Growing up, David would try his hand and be the best at being a mechanic, a garage owner, an underground coal miner, a JCB driver, a truck driver, an inventor, a designer, a builder, a logger, a home mover, the best husband and the most incredible father and hero ever. And even as an adult with children, people still remember, talk fondly about, think with warm memories, recollections and feelings in their heart for David. And as his son, and as one of his lucky and loving children, who have the happy privilege and honour every day to look into the blue eyes of our dad in person or in a photo, there isn't a second that goes by when I do not feel eternal wonder and love of my dad's spirit, my dad's smile, my dad's life, my dad, David's unbelievable magic.